So we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Flag 25 behind. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Right there.
First down, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Thirteen yards on the game's opening play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 1st down, they go with Barber again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Ready. White 25. Mike 54.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's 2nd year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings. Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Barber on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put... And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. They was looking for Matthews that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Winston gives to Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Garoppolo finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and down something up here.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw, Winston. He's got Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A carry for Barber. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready, blue ready. March by 4. All day, every day.
From the gun, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. 57 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Gould with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
49ers 10. Robbie Gould sets the kickoff.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing, Winston. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Garoppolo finding Goodwin. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the 49er first
Here we go.
down.
180.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go. 180.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Goodwin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you hope is that you figure.
And pressure gets to him again. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Ready? Black 22. Right there. 56.
Stop your whining.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston over the middle to Evans. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 63 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Winston looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next is the score, Niners 26.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Evans has it left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Barber. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Black 25. Right there, 56.
To throw is Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. A gain of 37.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning to. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up to the...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 36 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
This is Coleman. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Barber. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
4th down, Winston. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Garoppolo looking to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. And they don't get the reception, incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
Hey, Waru!
Now Garoppolo, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it.